Gonna take you outside. Another beautiful day. How about Bellingham? Always a great shot up there. That looks
stunning. Most of the boats are out. Only a few
Wouldn't
are
you
still
be
there.
if you had one?
In the bay.
Come on.
Oh, it's a perfect night to be out on the water, isn't it, Mike?
It really is, and that little ripple on the water is a big part of our weather story tonight. Greg and I were comparing notes on this earlier. You can now open your window and actually have some air come inside, and it's cool. We're getting some onshore flow. I'll tell you about more about that in a moment, but yeah, let's just enjoy the beauty. Again, we've taken the heat down. It's still warm. It's running about 8 to 10 degrees above average, but now it's a little bit more manageable. We can get out there and enjoy ourselves. 81 degrees across the Seattle Metro right now, and again, a light breeze coming in from the west, giving us a little bit of camera rock for the first time in a while. Humidity still a bit on the low side there, 36, but again, better than the teens and 20s we were seeing just about 48 hours ago. Observed high temperatures across the region today were again much more manageable, especially along the coast where we saw them in the mid to upper 60s, 68 in Quileute today, 67 in Hoquiam, Port Townsend, Port Angeles at 73. Well played. 78 in Everett today. And as we just saw up towards Bellingham, 75 is marvelous. And look at that. Wenatchee kept it in double digits, but barely, 95. Here's the special ingredient that I was telling you about. It is onshore flow. As the ridge of high pressure that was basically parked over the west coast kind of starts to scoot away from us, again, it allows some air to start to circulate. I'm going to show you a series of systems that'll brush by and kind of keep that going over the next few days. We have that gale warning over the Strait of Juan de Fuca last night. That's been allowed to cancel, but it is still quite breezy out there. And again, it's kind of a mixed bag off towards the east. We're happy to see the circulation, but we don't want to get too gusty, lower humidities, and ruin some of the firefighting efforts. So for the time being, we've got a little bit of stasis, which is a fancy way of saying that everything's just a little bit calmer and more normal than it has been. Now, temperatures are still well above normal, and that will continue for the foreseeable future, but that onshore flow will make it more manageable. Fire danger remains elevated, however, and we have no rain in sight anywhere, at least within the next 10 days out there. So again, please continue to be careful. One thing we do not have is any more heat alerts. I'm very happy to tell you about that. Now, we do have one fire weather warning. Again, though, this time yesterday, this was all pink. So things are moving in a nice direction there, but we still have that red flag warning in effect until 8 p.m. tonight, and we're going to continue to keep a close eye on that. But again, it's not as gusty as it has been. Air quality has improved as well. Remember, we had quite a few orange dots on here. Now that we're getting some circulation, that's it helping out a lot. Again, still some issues off towards the eastern portion of the state. Forecasted high temperatures tomorrow, again, warm but manageable. We'll keep everything in the mid 80s. In fact, let's play a game called Find the 83s. Bremerton, Seattle, Tacoma. Where else we got one here? Well, down towards Puyallup and Olympia, we've got 85s. 72 in Quileute tomorrow. If you can get out to the coast this weekend, it's going to be fantastic. As we dig a little bit deeper into the weekend, here's what we're expecting. Again, we will be the beneficiaries of a few systems that will just kind of walk by in Canada. So again, nothing dramatic happens. Heat dome sets up shop over the southeast this weekend. It's going to be super hot down towards places like Dallas, Atlanta, Houston. Even DC is going to be a bit on the muggy side, but we will be the beneficiaries of these little systems that just kind of skate by, keep circulation headed our way, and keep onshore flow happening. So we started noticing this about, let's go with 48 hours ago. We started seeing some fog that was forming along the immediate coast. That was a sign of things to come, and that will come and go. The marine layer will kind of just push off and onshore throughout the next couple days. So nothing too dramatic, no rain, no big deal there. And you notice everything that just kind of skates on by. So it regulates temperatures for us and keeps us in a really nice place. And yes, friends, you can open your windows and you've got some circulation out there. 50s all the way across the western portion of the state, 60s and 70s off towards the east. 7-day forecast shows July in full effect, but a much more pleasant and manageable version of it. Get out there and enjoy, but keep yourself hydrated, keep yourself safe.